Good day and welcome to this video lecture about physics. In this video lecture, I will discuss how to calculate the resultant vectors. So let's start. In this video, we will talk about how to calculate the magnitude and direction of the resultant vector. But let me show you first the definition. What does the resultant vector mean? A resultant vector is the vector sum of two or more individual vectors. It is obtained by adding two or more vectors together. Now in the coordinate plane, let's say we have the force vector F1 of 150 newtons and form an angle of 30 degrees. And then another force vector F2 of 300 newtons and form an angle of 45 degrees. Now, how can we find the resultant vector? The first thing to do is to break down each vector into its component form. And then we need to add the components together, which will give us the resultant vector in component form. Then we will find the magnitude and the direction of that vector. So what we need to do is to determine the x component and the y component of each force vector. We will call the x component as F1x and the y component as F1y. F1x is equal to F1 cosine theta. So F1x is equal to 150 cosine 30 degrees. Cosine 30 degrees is equal to square root of 3 over 2 or 0.866. So F1x is equal to 150 times 0.866. Therefore, F1x is equal to 129.9 newtons. Now, F1y is equal to F1 sine theta. So, F1y is equal to 150 newtons sine 30 degrees. Sine 30 degrees is equal to 1/2. So, F1y is 150 times 0.5. Therefore, F1y is equal to 75 newtons. So here we have the x component and the y component of F1. Now we can write F1 in component form as F1 is equal to 129.9I plus 75J in newtons. Now what is meant by I and J? I and J are unit vectors. Unit vectors is simply a vector with magnitude of 1. I is the unit vector along the x-axis, while J is the unit vector along the y-axis. So collectively, this represents the value of x component of F1 and y component of F1. That is how you can express a force vector in its component form. Now let's repeat the process for the other force vector F2. So let's calculate the x component of F2. So the x component of F2 is F2x. And the y component is F2y. F2x is equal to F2 cosine theta. F2 has a magnitude of 300 newtons. Now the 45 degrees angle is the reference angle. The angle we need is the angle relative to the positive x-axis. And this angle is 180 degrees minus 45 degrees, which is 135 degrees. So that's the angle relative to the positive x-axis, which is we want to use. So F2x is 300 newtons times cosine 135 degrees. And cosine 135 degrees is negative 0.707. So f2x is 300 times negative 0.707, which give us f2x equal to negative 212.30 newtons. So why do we get a negative value? The reason why it is negative is because f2x is in the negative x-axis, or in the second quadrant. Now let's calculate the y component of f2. So f2y is equal to f2 sine theta. And so that's 300 times sine 135 degrees. Sine 135 degrees is positive 0.707. So f2y is 300 times 0.707, which give us f2y equal to 212.30 newtons. So we can write f2 in component form as f2 is equal to negative 212.13i plus 212.13j in newtons. So now we have component f1 and f2 in component form. Therefore, we can add them to get the resultant vector in component form. The resultant vector is the sum of f1 and f2. Plug in f1 and f2, so the resultant vector is negative 82.23i plus 287.13j. So that is the resultant vector in component form. Now that we have the resultant vector in component form, our next step is to plot the resultant vector in the coordinate plane. Now let's plot the unit vector I in the x-axis. Let's say this is negative 82.23i. Then the y component is positive 287.13j. So the hypotenuse of this triangle is the magnitude of the resultant vector, and with the reference angle theta r. Now to calculate the magnitude of the resultant vector, we simply need to calculate the hypotenuse of the right triangle. Let's say the three sides of the right triangle are A, B, and C. Using the Pythagorean theorem, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So we are going to use that same formula to calculate the magnitude of the resultant vector. So FR is equal to square root of negative 82.23 square plus 287.13 square. Therefore, the magnitude of the resultant vector is equal to 298.67 newtons. The next thing to calculate is the angle theta r. So theta r is equal to arctangent of 287.13 over 82.23, which will give us an angle of 74.02 degrees. Now what we need is the angle relative to the positive x-axis. So the angle is 180 degrees minus 74.02 degrees, which will give us an angle of 105.98 degrees relative to the positive x-axis. So we have both the magnitude and the direction of the resultant vector. And now we can say that the resultant vector has a magnitude of 298.67 newtons and the direction of 105.98 degrees. Thank you.